Hello, my name's Rachel and today I'm going to show you how to do this really quick and easy Christmas plate. All I've used is one of my sponges on a stick that I had made in two different thicknesses. So this is the coarse one and there's also a black one, which is fine. And I did it because I don't like to take sponges out of the sea. So you just would dab it and they are bulletproof. They really last forever. And then I'm also going to use sponges. I'm just going to use 3 different ones. So I've got the little tree, which does come with a star on it, which I've taken off so that I can actually use the star on other things. Then I've got the little Bambi that comes in a couple of sizes, as does the tree. Then I'm going to use a snowflake. The snowflakes come in many sizes, but sometimes you might want it a little bit smaller. So I'm just going to demonstrate quickly or show you one that I've made smaller. So this is how they come. There is a single large one on its own, and then there is 3 medium ones on a sponge and 3 large ones on a sponge. You can chop the sponge up, and then if you want, you can alter it. So if you can see here, I've actually trimmed it. So I've put the scissors just facing the scissors down. Let's have a look. I don't know if you can see this. And then I just basically trim and take it away. So you can make them as long or as short as you like. So I'm going to use those today. And then I'm going to use my colour to clay. This is a colour that I developed about 14 months ago, 28 colours. And they come in a trial size where you get all 18 pots of colour in a pack to try. They're 2 ounces, but you only need 1 coat. They're very intense, the colours. Or you can get in half pints, and they also come in tubs. And for some people that are using a lot, we have been bottling in pints as well, but they're not on the website. You need to ring for that. They go on greenware, wet, totally wet greenware, or they go on bisque. They all fire up to stoneware temperatures and earthenware. They do alter a little bit in stoneware. Some don't change at all. Some change, like the royal blue changes to cobalt. It absolutely looks fantastic. The 2 pinks and the purple are just a bit paler with stoneware, so I don't use them on stoneware. The other thing that we're going to use are just the little squeeze pots. So these little squeeze pots I've already filled them. They're really soft. You can find these on our Rachel Byass website. And then I've put a product called enhancer in them. So I put a few drops of enhancer, probably about 6 or 7 drops of enhancer in with the colour to clay, and make my own like French dimensions or bumpy doodle. It makes it thick so that I can pipe. So we'll get started. So we'll put the camera down and start away. I've just got a little bit of brown on my plate that I didn't really want, but it'll be okay because the plate is actually a slightly faulty plate. What I do is, because I paint a lot and demonstrate a lot, I tend to paint the same plate over and over again. Otherwise I'd have 500 or 600 dinner services. Anyway, I'm going to start with, so this is the plate that we're going to do. So I'm going to start with the trees. So I would go 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and then I do the Bambis in between, and then I do the snowflakes in between that. So they're reasonably well put round the plate. So I'll start with a little Bambi. So I'm going to load with the terracotta brown, and then I'm going to load with, I'll put a little bit on my finger and just load his little horns with the darker brown. And then just wipe my fingers and place them on. So I'm just going to line it up to the top of the plate so that I know that his horns are on the plate. Pop it down like that, and then just give it a little press. There's no need to hammer it to death, otherwise it'll all squidge and it won't look so good. And there you've got a Bambi. Turn the plate round, pop it on, and there you've got another. Now it holds a lot of colour inside the sponge, so there's no need for you to keep filling it up and filling it up and filling it up. So the whole project will just use about 2 teaspoonfuls of paint. So that's about right. There we go. dab, dab. And that was about right, or a leap. Do you think I'll get another one out of it? I can try. So there we go. Last one. Dab, dab, dab. Okay, so there's the Bambies on. And when you want to wash them, all you do is you take them over to the sink, run a cold tap, keep squeezing until it runs clear. That's all you need to do. And then just pop it. I don't pop mine in a closed box. We have open trays, and so they can dry. And then the tree, same thing. This is the smallest of the two trees. Line it up, give it a little push. So if you make finished ware, you can see that you would be able to make a dinner service in no time at all. If I could sell my pots as fast as I could paint them, I'd be a rich lady. So you can see how easy is that. This plate has probably taken, what, 2 minutes so far? So that would need to dry before I decorate the tree. So here's a little snowflake that I altered earlier. Just going to take the water out of it a bit. It's a bit damp because I've washed it. And then I'm going to pop it in the blue colour to clay. Dab it to get rid, make sure that you've got rid of the colour, and give it time to actually sink in. And then all I'm going to do is pop a little snowflake, just touch, real gentle touch, all the way around the plate. You don't need to hammer it to death. You can see I didn't need that big puddle of paint, that it hardly used any. Then I'm going to use a little stylus and give this little fella an eye. I want the really thin end of the stylus. Stylus packs come in a pack of 3 and there's 6 different sized bobbles. So pop my finger on the edge just to balance and give each little fella an eye. Ooh, that's a little eye. Eye, bit more. That's it. And then perhaps give him a little Rudolph nose. So I've put the clay colour in here and the enhancer. Just give it a little squirt. Just give it a tiny little nose. There we go. And then you can decorate the trees. So you could put a little star on. This is a little tiny star that I chopped off earlier. I can use on other things. And we'll have, what colour should we have? Maybe a red star. I'll just put a little bit of red out of this bottle, that'll do. Give it a little red star. That's not great. I don't think I've washed this properly. It's a bit stiff. Just go over that one again. Yeah, it's still got paint in it. And then give it some little bobbles. So make sure the colour's right down to the end. And just give it some tiny little tree baubles. And this paint's opaque, so it will colour up what's underneath. This is still wet, this paint, actually, because this plate's been washed off a few times already today. Same with the orange. There we go. Some little orange bubbles on the tree. And then same with the mint. You could give it some little snowflakes if you wanted as well. Now this is a white plate because it's been base coated very white. And it's covering up the mess that was underneath because it's been painted many times. But you could finish it off if you wanted with little tiny snowflakes like that. and then just take this sponge on a stick and pop it in the red, put a little bit of red out, and just band it the outside of the plate. So just pick the plate up as if you were going to cut your pie and your bacon, and then just dab, 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 dab the edge to finish off the plate. And that took, well, I should have timed it, 10 minutes. 10 minutes. So that would be a great little project to teach children, adults, or to finish off making your lovely dinner table whenever we could have a dinner plate. And then if you want to see what something's going to look like when it's finished, if your little tip is you spray it with water and then it just shows you what it's going to look like. I can show you more on this one. This is another little Christmas plate that I've done on a scrap piece of bisque. And if you spray it, you can see what it's going to look like. Okay, and that one took about 15 minutes. So I hope you've enjoyed that, and I hope if you've enjoyed this video, you will go to Rachel Byass at Find Out Designs and subscribe, please, to my YouTube, and please leave a comment. They're really important, so I know how you feel and what you'd like to see, if you'd like to see anything. And when we're out of lockdown, we will be doing lots of courses at Rachel Byass Ceramics. We have a big studio, and we'd love to meet you all. Thank you for watching.